Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a cash envelope stuffing for the paycheck that I received on February 2nd, 2023 using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. Okay, so we are nice and zoomed in for this cash envelope stuffing. I do want to apologize in advance if you end up hearing some noises in the background. We're getting some pretty intense weather where I am right now. It's incredibly windy and you can hear the wind. It's making so much noise outside. So if you do hear anything in the background, that's why. I did want to start out with my usual things. I have us nice and zoomed in so that you can clearly see the cash envelope breakdown, but that does mean that we can't really see all of the cash that I have. So there is some hundreds up top and fives and singles down below that you cannot see. I do want to start out with an update on my emergency fund. So I have an emergency fund, which is an established account at my bank. I basically have a separate checking account with an emergency fund in it. But as a way to continue to grow that fund, at the end of every pay period, if I have any cash left over in my eating out, gas, or miscellaneous envelopes, I will pull that cash and put it into this emergency fund envelope. The goal is to get to $1,000 in this envelope and then take that money and deposit it into my emergency fund checking account and then print out a new envelope and start over again. So with this last pay period, I was actually able to put $74 into this envelope. So there should be $745 in here. I'm going to pull it all out. We're going to count it up. I feel like I'm having issues with my camera focusing today, so I apologize if some stuff is a little bit blurry, but 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 320, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 7, 10, 20, 25, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 745. So we do have that 745 in here. Very, very exciting. We're getting closer and closer to the $1,000 mark. Next, we're going to deposit into my variable expense cash envelopes. I am using the same cash envelopes. Yeah, look at guys, why is this so blurry? We're going to be using the same cash envelopes that I used in January. I decided to stick with them. They're pink. Pink works for February, and I do have some room on the backs in the trackers, so hopefully I can use these throughout the entire month. For the first envelope, for my eating out envelope, we're going to be putting in $100 in a single $100 bill. And as you can see, I do have bummed that this focusing situation is happening, but as you can see, I have that deposit listed on the back here. Next, we have my gas envelope, and I think I'm going to pause it for a second, guys, to see if I can figure out why things aren't automatically changing focus. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I'm hoping that I fixed the issue. We are going to now stuff my gas envelope. This is going to be getting $75 in a $50 bill, a $20 bill, and a $5 bill. So if we count that all up, it's 50, 70, 75. And I did update the tracker on the back of this envelope, but we will be coming back to this envelope for some of my 2023 savings challenges. Lastly, for my variable expense cash envelopes, we do have my miscellaneous envelope. This is going to be getting $175, and that's going to be in two $50 bills, three $20 bills, a $10 bill, and a $5 bill. So let's count this all up and make sure we have 175. 50, 100, 120, 40, 60, 70, 175. And just like with my gas envelope, I do have the deposit on here, but we're going to be coming back to this envelope for one of my savings challenges. After the variable expense cash envelopes, we are going to focus on my sinking funds. Things are getting really exciting with my sinking funds. I have reached some goals on some of my 2023 sinking funds. And so now we're getting into the sinking fund snowball situation, where basically I'm continuing to save the same amount of money every pay period towards my sinking funds. But if I have an envelope that's already reached goal, I'm going to use that cash and then put it into a different envelope that has not reached goal yet. And I'll kind of point out these the different sinking funds that are benefiting from that sinking fund snowball. First, we have travel. Travel is a rolling sinking fund. That means that it doesn't have a monetary goal. I just deposit into it every single pay period. That way, whenever it is that I do decide to go on a trip, I have some cash put aside already. This paycheck, we're going to be contributing $50 in a single $50 bill. We're actually fully done with the tracker on the back of this envelope. So before next pay period, I do need to print out a new one. With this deposit, we should have $1,732 in this envelope. Let's count that up. So we should have $1,732. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 1732. Very, very exciting that we're nearing closer to the $2,000 mark. I'm super excited about that. Next, we have my Black Friday envelope. Whoops. This envelope is new for 2023. A lot of times I do save some personal shopping for myself until Black Friday to try and benefit from some Black Friday deals. So usually if there's any type of planning supplies that I feel like I need, I'm going to end up purchasing them on Black Friday. So I'm going to be putting $25 in this envelope in a $20 bill and a $5 bill. So we have 25. And with this deposit, we are going to have $75 in this envelope. So let me add in those bills and then we'll count it all up together. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75. Next, we have my Christmas sinking fund. Now this usually, if you take a peek on the back, gets $25 per pay period, but this sinking fund is going to be benefiting from my sinking fund snowball, and so instead of its usual $25, it's actually going to be getting $36. We're going to pull that in a $20 bill, a $10 bill, a $5 bill, and one single. So let's count that all up. 20, 30, 35, 36. And with this deposit, we should have $536 in this envelope. So I'm going to add in all of these bills and then we'll count everything up. 536 is what we're looking for. 1, 2, let's put the 50 aside. 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84. 450, 470, 480, 490, 495, 500, 505, 510, 515, 520, 525, 530, 535, 536. Woo! I do really get very stressed out when I have that random 50. But fortunately, we do have the full 536 in here, and the tracker in the front is all updated. We're getting very close to goal. Next, we have my subscriptions envelope. This is for Disney Plus and Amazon Prime. Those are the two subscriptions that I pay annually, and this is going to also be benefiting from the sinking fund snowball. It usually gets $15 per pay period, but it's actually getting a full $100, which is going to get it to goal. So we're pulling that $100 in a single $100 bill. And with this deposit, we're going to have a total of $300 in this envelope. So let's count that up. 100, Oh gosh. Okay. I can do this, guys. I can do this. 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 275, 280, 285, 290, 295, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300. So we do have the full $300 in this envelope. My Disney Plus is, no, my Amazon Prime is due in September. My Disney Plus is due in November. So we have quite a while before we're going to utilize this envelope. Next, we have my medical sinking fund. This is another one that's benefiting from the sinking fund snowball. I do have to say, though, I messed up on my math when I did out my cash envelope breakdown. I have a goal of $500 in this envelope. It usually gets 20. I put 19 into it. I don't know why. I thought that 19 was going to get me to 500, but it doesn't. It gets me to 480, and that's why subscriptions got so much. Like, I could have gotten this to 500. I just needed to do 39 instead of 19. But I kind of decided that I usually honestly end up rolling over cash from one year to the next. Like, I didn't use all my cash in my 2022 medical sinking fund. I ended up rolling over $200 of it into this envelope. So even though my goal was technically 500, I'm going to finish this off with the 480, and I'm going to keep it at 480. I don't think I'm going to use all $480 throughout this year, so I'm kind of fine with that. So the tracker isn't totally accurate on the front, but you're going to see that next time I'm not going to be stuffing this envelope, and that's because I'm just going to leave it at 480. So we're putting in $19 in a $10 bill, a $5 bill. This is my last 5, and then 4 singles, and these are not my last singles. Let's see. So let's count this up. Let's make sure this is $19. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Perfect. So when I add this to this envelope, we should have a total of we should have a total of $480 if I don't spill everything everywhere. Let's see. 480 is what we're looking for. 152, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 390, 410, 450, no, 430, 450, 460, 470, 475, 76, 77, 78, 79, 480. Okay, we do have the full 480 in here. I could certainly at some point drop another 20 in here if I really decide I need to, but again, because I don't think I'm going to use all 480, it's not really that big of a deal. Next, we have my car insurance and taxes. I am someone who pays my car insurance annually in order to get a little bit of a discount. I also live in a state that has car taxes. You can pay those every 6 months or once a year. I generally pay them once a year. Both my car taxes and my car insurance are due in July of 2023. So I'm basically saving up a little bit each paycheck. That way, when July comes around, I have all of this cash saved. So with this pay period, we're going to be putting in $110 in a $100 bill and a $10 bill. That's my last 10. So I think we should be able to get all the bills in here. There we go. So yeah, we have 110. And with this deposit, we're going to have a total of 1210 in this envelope. So let's count that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 11, 11, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 12, 12, 10. And the goal for this is $2,200, so we're $1,000 away from goal in my car insurance and taxes envelope. Next, we have giving. Giving is going to be a rolling sinking fund for me, just like travel. It doesn't have a specific monetary goal, so I'm just going to keep contributing $50 per pay period to this envelope, and then I can pull from it whenever I want to donate to different charities. So we're going to pull my last $50 bill, and if we add that to this envelope, we should have a total of $150. So we have 51, 150. And the last of my sinking funds is going to be my RN/APRN licenses. I am a nurse practitioner, and every year on my birthday month, I do have to renew both my RN and APRN licenses. It's something that I unfortunately have to pay for. So I am contributing $100 in a single $100 bill. This sinking fund you're only going to see one more time after today. My birthday month is March, so I do have to pay for those licenses in March. So I just have one more contribution, and then this envelope will be going away because I will be paying for those licenses. So we have 100, 200, 300 in this envelope. And I think I'm kind of overstuffing this envelope, to be totally honest. And if I am, after I pay my licenses, whatever's left over, I'll just roll into a different one of my sinking funds. And I'll certainly make sure I talk about that whenever it is that happens. The last couple of things that we have to do, I do want to talk about my side hustle envelope because I think since my last cash envelope stuffing, I have deposited $200 in here. This was a combination of YouTube, AdSense, and Instagram. And so with that $200 deposit, we should have $462 in this envelope. So I just wanted to count it up with you guys. So let's see. 462 is what we're looking for. 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 450, 451, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 461, 462. So you do have the full 462 in here, which is great. And then we are going to be contributing to my savings challenges. So let me just pull out my variable expense cash envelopes because we're going to need to pull some cash from there. And then I do have all my envelopes up here. So by the way, just to let you all know, I am still putting $5 bills in this envelope every time I get one. When I do my January budget recap, which I think we'll be posting next week, we will count up how many fives we have in here, and then we will put them in my $5 jar. So I just wanted to let you know that. Let's pull out my February challenge envelopes. So for 2023, the Budget Mom did not release purchasable monthly savings challenges. So what I did is I basically went through the last 2 years of challenges that I had purchased, and I pulled out 1 or 2 challenges that I wanted to do each month throughout the year. For February, there are 2 challenges I'm doing. One of them we're going to be pulling from my sinking fund, from my variable expense cash envelopes. The other one we're pulling straight from my paycheck. And so that's why I have this 2023 challenges written in here, and that's what should be left here in cash. So one of the challenges, I need to save $142 right from my paycheck. So we have 100, 120, 140, 141, 142. So we're going to take that 142 and we're going to put it right here because we are going to pull from some other envelopes for my other February challenge. And I can show you all my monthly view just to show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at my monthly view here, we have the save $142, which was coming from my paycheck. I can actually check that off. And then we also have this save 25 and save 25. I'm pulling those from my variable expense cash